Hey, welcome back, friends. It's Liz, your official craft nerd, and we are going to do another flip project by giving this old jewelry box that I picked up from Goodwill for probably about $2, and we're going to give it a facelift. So I am using this design cream, if I can get the word out. Design cream. It is by Folk Art. It is part of the Plaid product line, and we used this in my last video. And I absolutely love this stuff. It is so easy to use, and a little goes an extremely long way. So we're going to also use some of these silk screen stencils that are a part of that product line as well. They are amazing. And again, if you guys saw the previous video, you did see that with those, you have to take care of them. You do have to clean them once you use them, because if paint dries in that silk screen material, it can basically ruin the silk screen stencil. So lesson learned. But you know, either way, I still love using these, and that doesn't deter me away from that. So what I'm doing here is I'm just roughing this box up. I'm taking this little sander, that tool that I have lying around, because my sanding block was pretty much destroyed and overworked. So, and I'm just roughing up the edges. Now I'm going to take this stencil, and the great thing was there was two pieces to this, so we can do it all in one shot. And I'm just going to put these in the corner. You guys, this is a very simple project, and you can do this to so many different items in your home that you really like, you know, and there's nothing wrong with them, but you just want to give it a little bit of a facelift. So that's pretty much my whole idea around this is, you know, this was a functional, nice old wooden box that's a jewelry box, and I'd hate to just see it get, you know, destroyed or thrown away. So why not give it a good little facelift here? And it's as simple as adding just a little bit of detail to it, whether it be you're stenciling on some design like this, or if you're using like rub-on transfers, or you're decoupaging pictures. And I've tried everything. I've done it all before. So, you know, it's just to each their own when it comes to doing flip projects like this. For this one, I'm just in love with using this design cream, and I'm just trying to see just how many different textures and surfaces I can use this on, and just to see where it goes. So you'll have to tell me what you guys think about this. Again, this is such a simple project to do. So taking the little scraper palette tool that it does come with, I believe it comes with the design cream, or you can actually purchase them separately. It's been such a long time since I picked these up that I honestly don't remember. But I'm just using just a little bit of this cream, and I'm putting it over the stencil just like you can see here, and I'm spreading it out. I'm trying to get it nice and flat, nice and even. And why I love these silkscreen adhesive type stencils is because you are going to have less chance of that leakage that can come out from just say a regular stencil that you're trying to hold down. You know, it sometimes it, and I said leakage, that doesn't sound right. Bleeding. Y'all, it has been a day. But I know you guys understand, so it's okay. You know what I'm talking about. It has less bleeding with the stencil. So I don't know. I just prefer these over to just regular old stencils. But again, it's a personal, you know, preference for myself. But for the purposes of this video, we're using these. I like these. I will endorse these. So if you've not tried them before, I would definitely recommend you checking them out. They are very fun to use, very easy and simple to use. And it literally just took me a few minutes to go and do both sides of these stencils. So now my favorite part is pulling these stencils back. Now it only takes a few minutes for this paint to dry. I do sometimes hit a heat gun over top of it just to help dry it up a little bit quicker. But for the most part, you can pretty much just wait a few minutes and pull these off and it looks just fine. It is up to you if you choose to seal these or coat these. I do know I was asked in a previous video if you were to do a sealant or anything over top. It is, again, your preference. If you choose to, do a sealant, which, in my case, I would just use like a decoupage or a Mod Podge to put over top. And you have your choice. Mod Podge comes in a gloss or it can come in a matte. So it just depends on the preference that you want for your project. I'm also taking some of these rub-on transfers. I just felt like I needed just like one more thing to this. And I had these rub-on transfers. Again, this is also from Plaid. I have quite a bit of their product line. They sent me so many things to test out and to try back in the day, and I had yet to get in touch. I had yet been able to use these rub-on transfers like this. So I thought these were awesome and wanted to give them a shot. So this, as you can see, I'm just using this little, I guess, pick tool thing from Trinket. I use whatever I have on hand, you guys. I am not picky, and I'm not going to say one way is right and one way is wrong on how to get these transfers to go on. Me personally, using this particular tool has always worked fantastic with most transfers, most rub-on transfers. And it's I don't know, I feel like I have more control when adding this to my project by, I guess, rubbing it like it was, using a pen or a pencil. So I'm using that, gonna get this transfer on, and that is basically all of the extra detail that I'm gonna add to this jewelry box. Now, if you wanted to go all out, definitely get more, I guess, maybe more shabby chic with it, or whatever your style. Maybe you could add so much more to this, but you guys, sometimes I just want to keep it simple and quick and easy. And for me, just adding some of these stencil decals as well as this transfer was really all I needed to do for this project to be happy with it. So I pulled off the back of that transfer paper, and I'm just kind of rubbing off those little edges there. Not a big deal. It wasn't as perfect as it probably could have been, but again, I hadn't used this transfer before, so there was a little bit more edging on it than I would have liked, but it's okay. I wasn't going to let that ruin my day with this project. So I do add a sealant to this. I'm just going to add some Mod Podge to the top. All I could find was my glossy Mod Podge, so this will have a little bit of a shine to it when it's completely dry, and that's okay. So again, this was just a very, very simple project, and I think you can tend to overlook boxes and jewelry boxes like this, especially at thrift stores and Goodwills and stuff like that, because they're a dime a dozen. They're everywhere, but I always see them as a blank slate or a clean palette to basically redo, put some life into something that's old and maybe not as used as much. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure most people still use a jewelry box, but you'll have to tell me what you guys think. Do you guys still use jewelry boxes? Do you go old school? Do you like the new modern type stuff? Me personally, this older stuff just makes me think of a time back when I was younger, and my grandmother had an old jewelry box, or my mom, and I just love it. And this is how it turned out. And you guys, I don't know, it's just one of those really simple projects that I fell in love with. So you'll have to tell me what you think about it down in the comments below. Thank you guys again for stopping by. If you are new here, I hope you stick around and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload some new content. And for all of my friends and family that always come and join me every single week, I love y'all. Thank you so much for coming back. And until next time, you guys, stay safe.